This is the Newsroom.
Hello and welcome. This is the Newsroom for Monday, February 17, 2025. We're broadcasting to you on E1, SKARTV, NTN, and Tarzee TV in Bartica. In the headlines, Repentir, Guyana and the Caribbean's largest burial ground, slated for a major upgrade.
The work has started and we will continue to execute it.
The finance minister says public sector workers are free to choose to have a gratuity on their salaries now or a pension after they retire. From Georgetown for Dancehall to Linden for Soca and then to Berbice for Chutney, we bring you all the action from this year's Mashramani singing competitions. And in sport, record breaker Veerasammy Permaul set sight on 700 first-class wickets, and squash player Kaylee Lowe aiming for under 15 gold in Caribbean Junior Championship. With the news, I'm Neil Marks. We're glad you could join us. Minister of Public Works Juan Edgell on Monday threw his support behind a motion proposed by opposition parliamentarian Valda Lawrence to restore Georgetown's historic burial ground, Repentir. Established in 1861, it has long been a site of neglect and decay, but Minister Edgell assured parliamentarians that the government is already taking steps to address the issues.
What should have been a sacred resting place is now an ugly scene of neglect and decay. Tombs are collapsing, roadways are being used as burial spaces, there is the dumping of garbage, and altogether, the Repentir cemetery looks like a jungle. Citizens have long called for the restoration of this cemetery, which was built in 1861 and is the resting place for several prominent Guyanese. The matter became a hot topic during a sitting of the National Assembly on Monday, when opposition Member of Parliament Valda Lawrence presenting a motion calling on the government to support the restoration. She also told the National Assembly that the Georgetown Mayor and City Council, under whose purview this cemetery falls, is without the requisite funds to carry out what is likely to be a massive restoration project. The government, through Minister of Public Works Juan Edgell, responded, offering support to the government's call for the restoration of this cemetery. But Edgell also told the National Assembly that the government already has a plan that has also been set in motion. That plan includes the rehabilitation of several main roads, footpaths, and also internal roads for this cemetery. Edgell also talked about improving the drainage network and putting lighting and security in place. Let's take a look as Edgell outlined that plan in the House and also how the exchange between Minister Edgell and Valda Lawrence unfolded.
Tombs have fallen into canals, others have cracked, and in some cases vandalized and completely broken. Drainage within the cemetery is nearly non-existent, leading to an overrun landscape that now resembles a jungle. Repentir, instead of being a place where families visiting their loved ones can find solace, alas, it has become a haven for criminal activity. It is unacceptable that a site meant for respect and remembrance has turned into a place of fear and neglect.
So this National Assembly is debating a motion where the government, the executive, is way ahead in terms of its actions in getting this correct.
The Georgetown City Council, tasked with maintaining the cemetery, lacks adequate funds and manpower to provide critical services such as security, regular maintenance, and proper infrastructure. It's not just a matter of municipal concern, it is a national issue.
The honorable member who's the mover of this motion is a senior member of a political party that owes the mayor and city council $6.4 billion for rates and taxes. If the company that is a holding facility for Congress Place just simply pay their rates and taxes, the issue of the enhancement of the Repentir Cemetery by the competent authority, which is the mayor and city council, could be addressed in a week's time. And you can be assured, long before this motion, the work has started, and we will continue to execute it. And not only the Repentir Cemetery, but across the country, the decision of the government, the instructions from the executive, the policy that we are working with, we'll work with the local authority areas, and we have to do things different, and we have to ensure that we take care of these areas.
Finance Minister Dr. Ashley Singh, who also serves as Minister of Public Service, has reiterated the government's commitment to empowering public sector workers with the choice between gratuity and a post-retirement pension. In response to a question posed in the National Assembly on Monday by former Public Service Minister and opposition parliamentarian Tabitha Sirabu-Hali, Dr. Singh clarified the government's position, emphasizing that unlike the previous APNU plus AFC administration, this government will not impose a decision on public sector employees regarding their post-retirement benefits.
And we make that choice available to public servants. If you wish to go on the pensionable establishment, you're entitled to do so once obviously you meet the requirements of the job, etc. And we don't prevent anybody from going onto the pensionable service, I should say. If on the other hand, you wish to receive a pension as a conscious thinking, rational individual, if on the other hand, you wish instead to receive a gratuity and not a pension, post-retirement pension, then we allow you to exercise that choice.
275 cases of abuse have been reported to the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security for the year so far, with 4,038 cases of child abuse reported last year. Minister Dr. Vindhya Prasad made the disclosure at a press conference over the weekend and made a direct appeal to members of the public to report cases early. A rapid response team has been established by the ministry to address abuse cases immediately, especially those that come in after regular working hours.
We are not in every home. We cannot know everything that is happening. But an early report, don't wait until it gets out of control. An early report can help someone. Many times we see things posted on social media, posted in the news. I would very much appreciate when those cases arise, please contact us at the Child Care and Protection Agency, because sometimes valuable time is lost with us trying to make contact, to find children. Sometimes people post things up there, and unless someone sees it, something cannot happen. So this is a direct appeal to not only the media, but to anyone. If there are cases of child abuse and they require the Child Care and Protection Agency, let us know directly, because the law also provides for us to protect children. It was felt that we need to move beyond the hours of work at the Child Care and Protection Agency. So we are looking at a rapid response team that goes into the evening hours to respond to the number of cases, reports. And this is an important thing. It's a shift from what we have known Child Care and Protection to be, but it also speaks to an issue which I am very frank in saying, that we need more child care and protection officers in the country. Currently, we have officers in all of the regions. We have a total of 48 officers in our regions across the country. A simple phone call is a 914 phone call, and no one has to give their identification. You don't have to say who you are. Just get us where it is, who it is, and how we can get to that person. And the idea of the rapid response team is to really help that, because we have really been struggling to respond as fast as we want, given the numbers and given. So this is a brand new initiative, and it is something I would like to see grow.
When the newsroom, the president says the future of Guyana's military strength will be built on technology. This is the Newsroom. We're glad you could stay with us. In keeping with the digital era, President Dr. Irfan Ali has said that the future of the country's military strength and response will be built on technology and artificial intelligence. Noting that these should be important arms of the Guyana Defence Force, President Ali, who is Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, said that this has to be done to transform the Defence Force strategies in order to incorporate it into modern-day operations.
In this environment of complexity, that's how I want to describe the global environment that the military must operate in today. In this environment of complexity, military nimbleness, military diplomacy, innovation and technology are the cornerstone of the response agenda. And we are investing, Dr. Leavas will tell you, we understand this. The future of military strength and military nimbleness, military awareness, military response will be built on technology and AI. Strength will not only be evaluated on human capital and human asset and fixed physical assets, but is our ability to now transform our strategy to incorporate where the future is going. Innovation, AI, and technology. It must therefore be an important arm of the Guyana Defence Force, where we build out this capability in context with whose technology, in context with whose AI, knowing that we must adopt what is relevant to us. To do this, there are some important issues that we must evaluate. Sovereignty must be expanded beyond our geographic space. We must have a critical evaluation as to the sovereignty of our data and information, the sovereignty of our technology. These are all added challenges that the new global environment pose. And we, at this juncture of the development of the Guyana Defence Force, when we are reorienting our investment, we must understand and take these challenges into consideration.
The Ghana Bank for Trade and Industry on Friday launched its invoice financing, a short-term working capital solution that gives businesses immediate access to cash by advancing up to 80% of their validated invoice value, thus helping to bridge the gap while awaiting payment.
Registered suppliers with a proven track record in the oil and gas sector can apply, along with suppliers with invoices from Esso Exploration and Production Guyana Limited or prime contractors. A ceremony to mark the official launch was held at GBTI's headquarters in Kingston, where an overview of the new product was given, along with some of its benefits, such as fast cash flow, flexible terms, a competitive rate, no hidden fees, and a simple process. According to Chief Commercial Officer Rewati Mohandio, under this program, suppliers can now access short-term working capital using their invoices as collateral. This structure can empower businesses with the liquidity they need to grow, ensuring that financial bottlenecks no longer hinder progress.
We have long understood the challenges faced by suppliers in securing working capital to meet contract obligations. Over the past few years, we have diligently been exploring ways to bridge this gap, knowing that an efficient, structured financing solution would provide much needed relief.
Finance Minister Dr. Ashney Singh said the bank should be highly commended for putting this structure in place. He called attention to the astronomical expansion that is ongoing in the private sector and the role that GBTI, a local bank, is playing in this.
I want to commend the board of Robin Stobie and his board of directors, and Sean Gorcharan, and the management of GBTI for pushing the envelope, for delivering something today that the private sector has been clamoring for a long time, for giving them a product now that they've been calling for, making that product available, and expressing the intention to expand the availability of that product.
Invoice financing is a way for businesses to borrow money using their unpaid customer invoices as collateral. It's also known as receivables finance. For the Newsroom, Talisha Ramnarayan.
Despite the focus on oil and gas, the importance of agriculture is key to Guyana's diversification agenda. This is according to Kiana Wilberg, Chief Executive Officer of the Guyana Energy Conference and Expo. Agriculture is the highlight of Conference Village, which opened on Monday at the Kingston Seawall Esplanade. The village is a platform to showcase Guyana's agricultural product for potential investments from delegates attending the Energy Conference, which opens on Tuesday. Wilberg told the Newsroom that over 200 companies will participate in the 4th Annual Energy Conference and Expo. Discussions will also be led by industry leaders from Guyana and around the world.
The first of its kind Guyana Energy Conference Village was officially launched on Monday at the Georgetown Seawall to provide an opportunity to showcase agriculture investment opportunities in Guyana. The CEO of the Guyana Energy Conference, Kiana Wilberg, during brief remarks, highlighted that the conference village serves 3 main purposes.
The first is that it ensures that irrespective of the conversations we're having about leveraging Guyana's natural resources for a sustainable future, and in terms of resources, I'm speaking mostly about oil and gas here, as this is the topic of conversation at the Guyana Energy Conference. Irrespective of the conversations we have around this, we must always ensure that our policy leaders, our stakeholders, bear in mind that agriculture will remain at the forefront of Guyana's diversification agenda. The second is to ensure that stakeholders within Guyana's agriculture industry have a broader market within which to showcase their capabilities and the products with which our beautiful country produces. And thirdly, as you are well aware, the Guyana Energy Conference is a hub for bringing international and regional experts and stakeholders within 26 industries. And we want to showcase the potential of our farmers, our agro-processors, and all those persons within the agricultural landscape.
Minister of Agriculture Zulfikar Mustafa, during his remarks, noted that the conference village aims to merge sectors in Guyana to demonstrate their collective potential.
Although oil and gas would have been a sector that is very attractive, the agriculture sector over the last 4 years have developed rapidly. We have seen agriculture, the growth in the agriculture sector has moved tremendously up.
Minister Mustafa also noted that the conference village presents tremendous opportunities for local farmers and agro-processors to showcase their products and expand their reach.
We have over 4,000 new products now in the agro-processing market. And as Kiana rightly said, we have a number of guests here, a number of investors that will be here for the next few days. And I think that is a tremendous opportunity for agro-processors, our farmers, to display and advertise their product.
This 4th edition of the conference is set to be the largest and most impactful ever, with events like an essay competition, a conference village, and a Taste of Guyana event. The CEO of the conference, Kiana Wilberg, also spoke with the Newsroom about what to expect over the next 4 days.
Over the next 4 days, we're going to see a conference like no other in Guyana. So far, we've had an energy run/walk kicking things off. That was on Sunday morning, and it was an incredible experience. We had about 1,000 participants for this event. Kicking things off, following that, has been our conference village, which occurred this morning. And that event is essentially a showcase of Guyana's agritourism potential. In the days leading up to that, we will have our main 4-day event from February 18th to the 21st. And what persons can expect is you will see over 200 companies from varying parts of the world participating in this event, and they will have their businesses on showcase. And so we want to ensure we are that medium for connecting them with our local partners. In addition to that, we will have critical discussions taking place, as well as critical presentations from some of the world's renowned thought leaders. So I invite persons, those of who are delegates participating in this conference, to take advantage of the opportunities that are here for knowledge sharing and for learning.
Reporting for the newsroom is Sanela Patwa.
When the newsroom returns, Chutney in Berbice and how Veerasammy Singh continues his reign as the monarch. Welcome back to watching Newsroom. Veerasammy Singh defended his Chutney Monarch title after a spirited performance Sunday night at the Classic International Hotel in Berbice. Singh's song Let Him Go earned him the title, while OKC the artist, an exciting new face in the local Chutney monarch scene, managed to clinch second place. Crowd favourite Arjit Singh came third place. The Newsroom's Vishani Raghavir and Avidesh Narain travelled to Berbice for the competition.
Chutney music is seemingly infectious, compelling its listeners to dance freely and embrace each other. This seemed to be the case on Sunday night when the 2025 Chutney Monarch competition took hold of the Classic International Hotel parking lot in Georgetown, Berbice. The Chutney Monarch competition is part of the festivities for this year's Mashramani celebrations. This year, there was a lot of interest in whether last year's winner Veerasammy Singh would retain his title. He was the seventh performer for the night and showed the crowd he was serious about his title defense with his song, Let Him Go.
Let him go. If he not paying bills for you, let him go. Berbice massive, hands up, yo, like so, watch me.
When he spoke to the crowd, he made it clear that his song wasn't just a catchy rhythm. He was standing against domestic violence.
Absolutely no one should be a victim of domestic violence and abuse. Berbice, if you take a stand with me right now, somebody say yeah.
At the end of the night, or well early into Monday morning, Veerasammy's song and message allowed him to retain his title.
I'm definitely, I'm very honored, very privileged to have conquered the Chutney Monarch consecutively. I don't know when last somebody has done that in this competition, but I'm very, very honored, very privileged. Just looking forward to using the crown in great representation around the world because I tour all over. So definitely I'll be taking this crown all over the world and let them know how independent our women is and how great we are.
There were other exciting performances throughout the night. OKC the artist, who came second place, introduced himself to the Chutney scene with a bang.
Let me see everybody come skill them on in the air for me like this right now. Do so.
And there were crowd favourites, Arjit Singh, who came third, and Simon Naidu, the best newcomer and a Berbice boy himself.
Call out the variant, let we go now. I'm going for me to let him today. I'm taking with me to let him away. Well, my family them there. Call out the variant, let we go now. I'm going for me to let him today. I'm taking me to let him away. I'm putting on the carrying me to let him away. She fed up of me lately. Pack up all your things, them and go away. My girl wants to leave me. She fed up of me lately. Pack up all your things, them and go away. Hey, don't you ever come? I don't want you here. 'Cause I don't want everybody sing. I'm telling you for sure. How you getting? You getting
Reporting for the Newsroom, Vishani Raghaber.
Now, the National Dancehall competition was also held on Sunday night. We'll have those details after the break. Welcome back. The stage was set, the small crowd was electric, and the competition was fierce. 14 finalists Sunday night went head-to-head at the 1823 monument, but it was Carlvin Burnett who stole the spotlight. His show-stopping performance of Diplo, packed with high-energy freestyles, secured him the title and dethroned inaugural champion Alabama. Alabama's Bad Mind earned him second place alongside crowd favorite Lil Saint, while Serenity brought dancehall royalty vibes to round out the top four. With Panorama and the Calypso Monarch competition still to come, see Newsroom's highlights from the festival's biggest showdown here.
As we kick things off tonight for the second annual Dancehall Monarch.
Me being the dancehall monarch, it has given me a platform to highlight certain things that we need to do to help build the dancehall industry in Guyana. Because tonight you're going to see a bigger turnout than last year.
Be the best person win.
Bad mind of the biggest city. Please Cali and the info please. Please Cali and the info please. Hey, another.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Alabama straight out of the bomb squad. Alabama!
Batman don't take blow. He must think this is a Soca show. Let now beat me with a local flow. If the band says that they do, what's the biggest disease in the world? Boy, see the gun when they come again. Paku, Soca to the dancehall train. Paku, all of them calling my name. Paku, they sing and put them to shame. Paku, you call it burning. Need to come down now. Long time Christian backslides for the dough. Run up on the stage, but you when I look hungry, I'm ready to tell you for your mind.
And now this young man is in the Dancehall Monarch. Ladies, you're gonna make some noise for this young man. He goes by the name of Carlvin Burnett.
Because the way that you wine and a bubble, that man want to blow. Now let me see you shake them hips. Come in, I want no relationship. They just want to see you do them tricks. They just want to see you shake them. Just shake them hips. Play it low, I want to hear me flow. Mama bad mind himself, that's why he here can't grow. I know he nailed done, so I can say this real slow. But lyrics are like my he got to be blow. Nature boy, I thought he was my friend, but he do some shady stuff and then me I owe. How you sing that bounce and your whole thing is shiny. Backstage, I know them no flat. Them in a dancehall kings, them is dancehall club. And in the air, if you're ready to tonight, the coin belongs to me. So deep low, tell me why you deep low. Because the way that you wine and a bubble, that man want it low.
With 247 points tonight. This young man put on a show. Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen, for Carlvin.
I feel overjoyed. You know, I had a lot of doubters because this is not like my strong point. But I came out, I performed, I delivered. So for me, I'm just very, very, very happy and thankful to God first and foremost for everything. Secondly, my team. I have an amazing, amazing, amazing team. Shout out to them. Shout out to all the fans that came out and supported. Shout out to everybody on the live. So I'm just grateful at the moment.
When the newsroom returns, we take a look at the Soca Monarch competition, which has seen a woman take the top prize for the first time in 15 years. Welcome back. You're watching the Newsroom, and we're continuing our coverage of the Mashramani singing competitions. Diana Chapman is Guyana's 2025 Soca Monarch after a show-stopping performance in the finals. This is a record-breaking win as Guyana hasn't had a female Soca Monarch in 15 years. Diana admits that the competition on Saturday night was stiff and she was skeptical about who would take the crown. My Home was performed in front of hundreds in Linden with elaborate dancing and complimentary props. The song pays homage to Guyana's unique culture and diversity, which was represented in the costumes worn by Diana, her dancers, and models. OKC and Omaya Hall came in second and third consecutively and shared their views and plans to return next year with the intention to win.
2025 Soca
was a really tight competition. Even when they came down to just announcing the winner, I was still skeptical on who this winner could possibly be. So I know I delivered, I know the other competitors delivered, and I'm just grateful that I was the one to take the crown this year.
That's about the competition tonight. The competition tonight, just as Soca Monarch always is, everyone brought their A game, everyone brought the energy, everyone brought the vibes. For me, just being number, in that chosen few of itself was a win. Myself and my team, we had a plan to come out here and to execute everything to the fullest. I mean, we didn't get the crown, right? But we got the crown. So that in of itself is a win for me, and I love each and every one that came out and support me. The emotions, just being numbered in that chosen few, I got a few people that did bring their best, but however didn't get the score to be in that top 4. So just being in that top 4 of itself, a lot of emotions.
The results are the results. The judges' decisions are always final. But at the end of the day, we won. I'm very proud of my team and I. And truthfully speaking the truth, this is not the end. Road march, we taking it.
Kyra is Guyana's 2025 Junior Soca Monarch after delivering an electrifying performance in Linden on Saturday. Kyra may look small in stature but took the stage boldly to perform her song When Party Over in front of the large crowd. Her ability to change the tempo of the music during her performance is what set her apart from the other performers and ultimately won her the crown. Simeon Rewaram caught second place and So High came in third, getting the Best Newcomer prize.
I feel good, to be honest. I can't even explain the feeling. I don't feel good. I'm grateful at this point. I'm out of words. But I must say thanks to my team and everybody that support me and everyone that give me that boost and confidence to keep going, never give up. So yeah.
What I want to say tonight is God is the greatest. This year is just the first time on this competition. The next time I shelling it down. As a matter of fact, Thursday I going for shell on the Calypso. First place is me own. Watch no face. Oh, thank you.
Last year I didn't space, so the fact that I spaced this year means I doing something right. So you know what I mean? Next year, the whole place machine done.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
When the newsroom returns, the financial, weather, and bridge reports, along with sport. With Avinash Ramzan, I'm Neil Works. Take care.
Welcome back to Newsroom. Now for a look at what's happening in sport. We're starting us off with some cricket news. Guyana Harpy Eagles left-arm spinner Veerasammy Permaul is overjoyed by reaching another milestone of 650 first-class wickets in his 147th match at the weekend. He was competing in round 3 day-night match against the West Indies Academy in the 2025 West Indies 4-Day Championship at the National Stadium Providence. With figures of 6 for 75 from 29 overs, his 34th 5-wicket haul, Permaul spun the Eagles to first innings points in a dramatic match. According to Permaul, whose teammates address him in modern times as Leggy, short for legend, the illustrious aim is to reach 700 wickets. Harpy Eagles still have 4 matches remaining this season. Out of the current 652 wickets, he now has taken 574 for Guyana. The other scalps are from test matches, tour games, and West Indies A-team duties. In March 2023, Permaul wrote his name in the history books, becoming the leading wicket-taker in regional first-class cricket by surpassing the Jamaican Nikita Miller's haul of 511 wickets. The 35-year-old commenced his first-class career in January 2007 against the Windward Islands in Grenada.
Or for you, how does it feel to be in a territory where there's no one even close to you at this point?
First of all, thank God for playing so long and get to achieve the milestone. It's a good feeling to get wicket and also for get wicket for Guyana.
What's the next milestone? I know you're a guy that love numbers. Cricket is a game of numbers. Probably 700. What are you thinking about going forward?
Well, there is one of the goal moving forward. At the same time, it's still cricket. Anything that happen. I just go out, continue to do the thing that you do over the years. bowling, put the ball in the areas, and show that once you be consistent as a bowler, you could reward.
In nervous times, you guys grabbed the first innings points.
I think the thing was consistency. We know that there's an academy. I think the lack of patience, because they're young guys, and I think because of experience, I think also with motivating the partnership between me and him. I think because of we play cricket long enough and because we're consistent enough that could test the technique, and that really paid off today.
Meanwhile, after 3 rounds of play in the West Indies 4-day championship, the Guyana Harpy Eagles are leading the table with 57.6 points, garnered from 2 victories and a draw. Defending champions Harpy Eagles played all 3 games at home. Trinidad and Tobago are in second position on 55.4 points. The Leeward Islands Hurricanes with 50.8, exactly 50, are the only other teams with 50 points or more. Jamaica Scorpions 32.6, Windward Islands Volcanoes 16.8, the combined campuses and colleges 15.2, and West Indies Academy 12.6 make up the bottom half of the table in that order. The championship will now enter a 2-week break, with 4th round action set to start on March 5th, when the Harpy Eagles will travel to Sabina Park to play the home team Jamaica Scorpions. Now, the Antigua and Barbuda Falcons on Monday announced that Paul Nixon, seen here on the right, will be their new head coach for the 2025 season of the CPL. Nixon, 54, a former England wicketkeeper, has held several head coaching positions around the world with success. He previously coached Jamaica Tallowers in the CPL. Nixon replaces the former West Indies batsman Shivnarine Chandapal, who was head coach for the inaugural season of the team last year. Chris Prasad, the owner and founder of the Falcons, and general manager Jeff Miller welcomed Nixon to the franchise and thanked Chandapal for his contribution. Members of the Executive Committee of the Lusignan Sports Club are working to enhance facilities at the East Coast Demerara Club to bring it up to, at the very least, International Cricket Council's practice venue standards. President of the club, Siddhartha Ananjit, said plans are afoot to strategically upgrade amenities at the venue, which was recently furnished with lighting towers and lights to allow for evening activities. The Minister of Culture, Youth and Sport, Charles Ramson Jr., posted a video on social media at the weekend showing the lights being powered. The project was executed by the government of Guyana. To further lift the profile of the club, Ananjit said funds raised from the annual Intervillage Ram Slam T20 competition last weekend will be utilized to bring those plans to fruition.
With this event, this is a big fundraising event for us. So what we're trying to do, we are trying to bring our facility up to ICC standards, at least up to ICC practice standards at this point in time. We already have the washroom facilities and the dressing room facilities working. We would have shared a video that is trending on social media right now with the lights last night. We have a bit of work to do with the lights because the lights are still pretty low, but it is good enough for us to practice and play probably table and train within the evening. But we are working on trying to raise some money and put together a proposal for support from either government or the private sector so we could raise the lights like about another 15 feet so we'd be able to host competitive hardball cricket in the evenings here.
Football news now. The national men's under-17 football team finished their CONCACAF under-17 qualifiers campaign with a hard-fought 1-1 draw against the British Virgin Islands in Costa Rica. The draw means that Guyana concluded the group stage unbeaten with 1 win and 3 draws. Facing tough competition in a group that included Costa Rica and Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana's impressive performances defied expectations. Remaining undefeated against both those nations is a historic achievement for Guyana under-17 football. Although their chances of advancing were slim, the strong showing highlights significant progress. Panama, Honduras, El Salvador, the United States, Canada, Costa Rica, Mexico, and Haiti secured their CONCACAF berths at the 2025 FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Qatar this November. It is a new year, so a new Caribbean Area Squash Association Junior Championship is looming. In July, the Cayman Islands takes the torch from the British Virgin Islands as host of the event, usually the nursery for many future Caribbean stars. Many will have a New Year's resolution to perform at their optimum for themselves and their country. One of those is Kaylee Lowe. With 2 consecutive years copying silver, Lowe is deeply driven to go one step further, especially given it is her last year in the under-15 category. Empowered by her supportive family, she is not just about talks, she is putting in the works and putting it into action, training 6 days a week and laying the groundwork to develop the mindset of a champion. Enjoy. See you back here tomorrow.
My dad always tells me you have to lose to win. So that's one of the main drives I have, especially with my family. I was really disappointed. My first game ever, I was shivering. I was really disappointed in myself, but that also motivated me to become better and push myself to actually make the national team the next year after.
The defeats took a toll, even to the extent of throwing in the towel. But that is where family were rock solid in support. Tough times never last, but tough people do.
The reason why I said I didn't want to play was because I thought to myself that I don't have a drive. Then my mom, my dad, my brothers, they would always talk to me. They would be like, Kaylee, it's just your starting point. You have to keep on trying, and that's where you'll become better.
And every time you lose, you're supposed to come stronger and better. You know, train harder so that you don't lose again. So my role there with her as a parent is that I give her the training that is necessary. You know, I help her with motivation. I help her with the talks that she needs. A lot of times she did choose to say, I can't do this anymore. But, you know, willpower and our nightly talks would help her a lot to change her mind. And she's very motivated this year, especially to win the under 15 CASA.
In my 2023 CASA, my first silver, I was really disappointed because it was a 5-setter game and I really did push myself. But everything happens for a reason, so hopefully this year I can win the gold. 2024 BVI, I wasn't really fit and my skill level wasn't there. It wasn't the standard. So this year, I'm really pushing myself, train, fitness, skill-wise, everything, especially endurance.
The foundation for athletes mostly is strength. Most of our athletes locally, including Kaylee at this time, she needs strength. So we're addressing strength and we're addressing power, agility, and speed. Those are the critical components needed for her to excel. The work outside really complements and enhances the skills. Because if you're not strong enough, you're not quick enough, and you have skills, you will be slower in executing those skills. So it's crucial that you enhance those skills by going through those, critical fitness components.
Well, one of the main people I look up to is our own Nicolette Fernandez. She is one of many in Guyana, but she stands out apart from everybody in this country. She's one of the most dedicated women I've ever met. She's very, very, very good at squash, and I really hope to be as dedicated as her, especially at a professional level at squash.
My long-term vision for her is to go to one of the Ivy League squash universities within America. She is very motivated to continue playing squash as a sport, and I would like for her to be as good one day as our great Nicolette Fernandez.
So to win the gold in Cayman would really mean everything to me. My family would really have to support me a lot to push me, to drive me to train very hard to win the gold. But I think that I've been training the right way and pushing myself to win the gold this year in Cayman.